Hello everybody, this is Bennyhillz back with another vintage cube draft, and this pack is atrocious. Holy moly, it's actually so bad. The blue cards are bad. There's not really good, particularly good white aggro cards. I mean, I guess there's Boomot Courier, which is good in mono red. And then there's Ramanap Excavator, which is good in some decks. It's really good if you can get Wasteland and Strip Mine to pair with it. There's also just Solemn, I guess. I don't think I want to lead on a Boomot Courier. So I think it's between Solemn and Ramanep. And I think I'm going to go with the colorless card. This leaves us more open. It's not a powerful enough card to be happy about first picking, but it is decent and it fixes your mana. So I'll go with that. Okay, now this is a little interesting. This pack is significantly better. I would be okay with leading on Arbor Elf or Manaleek or Swords to Plowshares or Thalia or Golos. I kind of like the idea of taking the Golos actually and trying to wheel Niv Mizzet. With Solemn and Golos, we have a really good start to a good value Niv Mizzet deck. I mean, we could just also take the Swords or the Leak. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of reasonable choices here. Even Yawgmoth's will. But I think I like the Golos. This card is good, and if you can have Golos and Niv Mizzet in the same deck, you can have a really, really powerful grinding engine. Okay, I think we got to just take a bunch of lands here. So, well, there is a Path, though. Path would be good. There's also Boros Signet. But I think I still want to take the Flooded Strand. This card is just, it's really, really important to have your mana under you. And, we're looking like we might try and be a Golos deck, so we're going to have a lot of colors. Maybe we can wheel the Scrubland if we're lucky. Okay, there is a Stoneforge Mystic and a Ponder and an Orzhov Signet and a Kolaghan's Command. I think I'm going to take Kolaghan's Command. This card is very, very strong. We could also take the Signet, but I think I'm going to go with Command here. If we do end up wheeling the Niv Mizzet, I do want to have a lot of multicolored cards for obvious reasons. Now we can take a Johnny Vengeance, which is pretty great. Also good with Kolaghan's Command. It's just these both pressure your opponent's mana and resources. Okay, Electroman is not very good. We could take, Jiraga Tree Speaker is probably the best card in this pack. We could also just take a Wormcoil. I think I'm just going to go Wormcoil. I don't really think we want to be going Jiraga Tree Speaker here. Yeah, I'll take the Wormcoil. Okay, now we have some good mono white cards. Dryad is interesting. It does help you ramp and fixes your mana, but I think I like taking the trophy here. Yeah, I'm going to go with the trophy. This is very, very flexible removal spell. Ooh, now there's Maelstrom Pulse versus Temple Garden. I think I got to go with the Temple Garden here. Yeah, we can fetch it with a Flooded Strand. Yeah, that seems good. And if we didn't just take the Pulse, that would be one thing, but we did. So I think this next pack is our first pack, and then the one after is the one where we're hoping to wheel the Niv Mizzet. Okay, this was our first pack that was bad, and it's still bad. Yavimaya Elder does help you find lands. Being double green is a little bit annoying. We could just take a Faithless Looting. But I think I'm going to go with the Yavimaya Elder here. There's two real ways to build this sort of 5-color deck. One is to be base green and have a bunch of green mana fixing. And Yavimaya Elder is great in that build of the deck. And then the other is to just be actual 5-color. All right, nice. This came around. Omnath would be sweet too, but we'll take this. This is sweet. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Now we can pick up Bone Shredder, which is actually not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. We do need some mana fixing. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Fire. I think I'm going to go with Fire Ice. Stoneforge Mystic is amazing, but we're not doing that right now. Fire Ice is something to hit off of Niv Mizzet. And also, actually, there's not many Izzet cards. Most of the Izzet cards are Storm cards, like Goblin Electromancer and Thousand Year Storm. So nice to get a good mid-range one that we want. I think I would rather Sling Gang, but not excited about that. Day of Judgment is actually nice pickup. And then Lava Mancer. Okay, so we really need mana fixing, but we have some powerful pieces here, including a lot of good multicolored cards. And some decent interaction, although we have mostly interaction with permanents. So we could struggle a bit against something like Storm, but I still think I like where we're at. And then I do think Golos and Niv Mizzet is a really, really powerful like start to the deck. Ooh, well, there's a Steam Vents, which I would love, but not going to pass a Time Walk. That is awesome. One of the virtues of being 5 colors, you can just play all the best cards you open. So we take this. I would love to play Knight of the Reliquary. Blood Raid Elf would also be good, but Knight of the Reliquary would be better because it can fix our mana and ramp us. But yeah, definitely taking Time Walk here. That is great. Ooh, well, Teferi and Uro are both absolutely phenomenal. I think I'm going to go with the Teferi here. First of all, Uro is more likely to wheel. It could come around. It is like nice to put lands into play with this deck. We're going to be playing a high land count for sure. But I think Teferi is just too good to pass here. And yeah, again, really hoping we can wheel the Uro. Otherwise, we can maybe wheel Stirring Wildwood. Ooh, Leovold is good. But then there's also Stomping Ground, and I think I need to just take the Stomping Ground. I mean, this card is very, very good. But we don't really have fixing at all right now. Like, our fixing is quite bad, and that's something we really, really need to prioritize. Yeah, I think I got to do this as much as I want to take the Leovold. Okay, Nahiri is good. There's also Thragtusk and Razorvert's Thicket, but I think I'm going to go the Nahiri here. I like that this it's a good removal spell that can also go find your Niv Mizzet. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, Trigon Predator versus Hissing Quagmire. I think I'm just taking the Quagmire here. Not the best piece of fixing, but it's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe we wheel the Trigon Predator. I've made the mistake in a 5-color deck before of just like picking up a bunch of random dual lands like Hissing Quagmires, and then your mana base just sucks at the end. You really need to have fetches and shocks as much as possible to make this sort of deck work. So, I mean, I'll play the Hissing Quagmire over a basic forest or swamp for sure, but I do, always you want fetches and shocks more than you want other lands, and when you're trying to do like many colors, that becomes even more true. So right now, Flooded Strand is a tri-land. But hopefully we can make it better than that. And then, yeah, we definitely want lands that can fetch the Stomping Ground too. Okay, there's a Yorion, which is actually really good with Niv Mizzet. It's that versus a Braid, which is just like a good, cheap, interactive card. This actually has some nice value there right now. It's great with Bone Shredder, great with Solemn, pretty good with Planeswalkers, good with Golos, Niv Mizzet, of course. Yeah, I think I'm actually taking Yorion here. That's pretty sweet. Maybe we can wheel the Flame Tongue. Unlikely, but it's possible. Okay, not much for us here. We could take Ulamog or like Wall of Blossoms or something. Wall of Blossoms is not that good though. I think I'm going to take the Ulamog. This gives us like the ultimate top end. We can hit it off of Golos. Ooh, Ren and 6 is great. We need more fetches to make this really good, but that is an awesome pickup. But yeah, I already said that I need more fetches, but I cannot emphasize that enough. If we could get like 6 fetch lands in the next pack and then like no spells, that would be almost worth it. Okay, Knight of the Reliquary wheeled. I think that's better than Bloodbraid here. Among other things, this isn't like the primary consideration, but it's our first Selesnya card, which is some value. There's also Crucible of Worlds, but we only have 1 fetch right now, so I would definitely rather pick up the Knight. Okay, I'll take a Stirring Wildwood. Mono White is open. Surprise, surprise. So our fixing is really bad right now. We really only have fixing for like red, green, or green, white. All right, I'll take a Needle Spires, sure. Mishra's Workshop is actually almost good. It's good with Golos, Solemn, and Wormcoil. Okay, we're just going mono green-white fixing. So this is going to be at least an 18-land deck. So we don't need that many more spells, honestly. I'll take an Oblivion Stone here, I think. But yeah, the main thing we really need is just to fill out our deck with better fixing, especially fetch lands, and then maybe like 1 or 2 more top-end cards. And of course, I would never mind more cheap interaction. So really we need all the things you could need. Top end, interaction, and fixing. I guess the one thing we don't really need is like mid-range value plays. Like, which I'm not like, we just have a lot of those already. Okay, is Oath of Druids good? High Tide's definitely not good, so I guess I'll take this. Actually, it is pretty good. We have no creatures that cost less than 3. Yeah, Oath is not bad here if we play against a creature deck. I'm not going to start with it in the deck, probably, but I definitely could imagine bringing it in. Oh, I think the Uro didn't come around. That's a bummer. That's definitely a bummer. Still think I would rather have the Teferi, probably, but it is a little unfortunate. Okay, well, I'll take the Mox. Anguish Unmaking is decent, but yeah, I gotta just be the Mox here. And this might come around. Okay, definitely taking the Verdant Catacombs. I wouldn't mind a Dimir Signet or an Ugin or an Angrass Rampage or Concealed Courtyard, but this is excellent. It also fetches black, white, green, red. So it gets everything except blue and plays well with Ren and 6. Excellent pickup. Hopefully we wheel the Courtyard. Okay, Sheldock Isle is good, but in this deck we need to prioritize mana fixing. So I think I'm going Tundra here, and maybe we can try and wheel one of these other lands. There's also a Sacred Foundry, actually, but we don't have any blue fetchable lands yet, so I think it's worth it to pick this one up. It's also the least likely to come around. Okay, here we have a Lightning Helix, which I wouldn't mind, but I think I'm just going to go with the fixing again. I mean, let's see, right now, we do need a few more spells, but just having your mana under you is so, so important. Yeah, I'm going to take the Shock. I would take a fetch over a Shock here. Ooh, Duretti versus Coalition Relic. Oh, man, that is brutal. I think I'm actually going to take the Duretti here. Coalition Relic is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it fixes your mana so well. Oh, maybe we're just supposed to take this. But this card is incredibly strong. Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Duretti here. That's so painful that they're in the same pack, though. Okay, Wooded Foothills, excellent. Also, is it Signet and Rakdos' return? In particular, it would be nice if Rakdos' return wheeled, but now we're getting enough fetches that Ren and 6 becomes very good. And also just like our mana fixing becomes very good. Okay, there is Fast Bond versus Inspiring Vantage versus Wasteland. Wasteland is so greedy in a 5-color deck, but we're going to want to play a really high land count, and we can search it up with Golos, and we have Ren and 6. Fast Bond doesn't really have that much value for us. Yeah, I think I'm taking Wasteland, actually. Ooh, lots of multicolored cards here. Huntmaster, Kroxa. I don't think we want Prime Speaker. Casualties of War, Mirari's Wake. I think I like just taking Huntmaster here. Yeah, it's also good with Yorion. Okay, not much for us here. Seasoned Pyromancer is probably the best card, although Gideon's also good. Are we going to have the red mana to cast this, though? Probably not, but I think I'm still going to take it. We could get a little bit more fixing. Okay, Angrass Rampage is a great wheel. Very happy to see that. Now we can pick up Glorybringer. Or Sword, actually. No, I think Glorybringer is a little bit better. It is looking like red might end up being our heaviest color. I think I'm going to cut the Yavimaya Elder. See, right now, if we threw in 6 basics, we could have 18 lands mocked, and then this be our deck. Ooh, Lightning Helix versus Shambling Vent. That's really tough. Helix is very good, but I do like having good mana. I think I'm actually going to take the Helix here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Helix. This is also good against aggro, which is going to be our toughest matchup, probably. Okay, so right now I think we're cutting this because I'm basically don't want to have double mana cost of any color if we can avoid it. Is Mystical Tutor good? It can grab Trophy, Time Walk. No, I think I'd rather have the Abbot. Decent sideboard option in some matchups. Soulfire Grandmaster is actually sweet. That's such a funny wheel. Oh, wow. Yeah, that actually really worked out. So Soulfire Time Walk is an infinite combo. All right, we need to make some tough decisions here. So, all right. First of all, how many lands? I think 18 is correct. So we can cut recruit. Let's see, Recruiter of the Guard. Maybe we cut Bone Shredder for now since we do have a lot of removal. Recruiter seems very good actually. It can get Soulfire Grandmaster, Knight of the Reliquary, Solemn, Huntmaster. I guess that's it. Maybe that's not good enough actually. Although it is really good with Yorion. Let's see. Maybe we just cut Ulamog and bring that in some matchups. We only really need this if they have a ton of answers to our threats. Yeah, I think this seems fine. So then let's see how our mana looks if we do it like this. So I'm going to add one of these basically at 2 mountains. Oh, they're saying 2 plains. I think I'd rather have 2 mountains to start because we also have the best green-white fixing and Mox Pearl. Okay, so well, actually, let's sort by color. So these are all our red cards. We have the most red cards, it looks like. Yeah, we definitely have the most red. And then for white, we have these 3. So white and red are the 2 biggest colors. We don't have much blue. It's just a fairy, Time Walk, and like Sword of Yorion and Niv Mizzet. Oh, and Fire Ice, I guess. All right, this is a lot going on. We'll go back to this sorting. So for red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does this get red? No, that's pretty bad actually. So only 7 red sources right now. Although Solemn and Golos also get red. Okay, for white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's plenty. We could almost cut plains. Then we don't have... Oh, wait, Knight of the Reliquary is actually a little bit awkward because we're not going to have that many lands we can get with it. I think it's still good enough, though. Yeah, I kind of want to cut the plains, even though it does make Solemn worse. No. Well, we'll see. We'll count the other colors. For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's plenty. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't do it. Only 5. That's a little bit light. Okay, I actually think Knight of the Reliquary is going to be bad here. I'm going to cut that. Bring back in the Ulamog. And then cut this plains for a swamp. Yeah, I think we'll run it like this. Yeah, this is an interesting deck. It's a little ambitious, and it will definitely have a fail rate. We also have no 1-mana plays, but I think it's good. It has a lot of powerful cards and a lot of dual lands. Also a lot of mana lands. We can just win with like Quagmire, Spires, Stirring Wildwood, Beatdown. All right, I'm excited to see how this goes. See you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against Abelhago. We are on the draw, unfortunately, but we have a solid hand. I'll keep it. We can grab Tundra with this, although we do have double red. Although I think this really can only get Tundra that's good. But we'll see. Definitely leading on Quagmire. Assassin's Trophy. Not really what I wanted to see here. I'm hoping to draw some lands. Keep in mind, we are playing 18 lands in a Mox, so over half of our deck is lands. Ooh, nice that they can't use the library. Simic Signet is not too scary. Angrath's Rampage. Do we want to kill the Signet? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play the Soulfire. So we could get, yeah, definitely just Tundra. And I'm just going to run this out here. Like, we could hold off and, like, try and save it for the Time Walk. But I'm not, like, we don't need the Time Walk combo to win at all. What we do need to win is to draw land. Lotus Cobra. Okay, so they have a lot of mana. That sucks a lot. All right, we attack for 2. All right, I'm happy to trade here. Nissa. Okay, so we can kill that with... I mean, we have a few ways to kill that, but we really, really have to draw lands. Again, I'm playing 18 lands, and we're on the draw. I just hate missing land drop so much. Okay, nice. That's good. So we play that. Still don't have red mana, but we can just play Recruiter of the Guard. If they counter this, that's actively good for us, I think. Okay, miscalc, good. Remand would have been annoying. I'm happy they didn't have that, but don't mind this. Now, hopefully we can draw a red source and then drop one of these 2 Planeswalkers and kill their Nissa. We can Assassin's Trophy the Nissa if we really need to, but I would very much like to avoid doing that. Tireless Tracker. Okay, that's pretty bad. That I will kill. Okay, yeah, we need to draw a land here, a red source. Red source. Nice, okay. So I'll play that. I think I'm just going to use a Johnny to kill the Tireless Tracker while we still can. And then they can kill our Johnny, which is a little bit unfortunate, but then we can use Nahiri to kill the Nissa. If they counter this, that would be bad. Nice. So shoot this and pass. And now with Assassin's Trophy and Angrath's Rampage, we have very flexible removal spells. So Planeswalkers aren't really a problem. I mean, I guess like a draw 7 would be a problem. 3 mana. Oko would be a little annoying, although not even that bad. Oh, Tinker? Tinker is actually hilarious. We can just play Angrath's Rampage if they get Inkwell. Blightsteel. Okay, yeah, that's not a problem either. We can just kill that with the Angrath's Rampage. I would like to draw more lands, but we don't need it this turn. Okay, that's an okay draw. Red, black. Target player sac. Oh, whoa. Target player sacrifices an artifact. That versatility, though. And they still only have 5 lands, so they're not going to flip their Nissa this turn. So we have a chance to get the Nahiri down to kill it. Well, okay, now they can kill our... Oh, great. Okay, I wanted to draw a red source there so I could go Glorybringer. I think now what I'm going to do is just play Teferi and then plus and then Assassin's Trophy the thing in response to them playing a land if they play a land. Oh, do they have Beast Within? Oh, they're just sacking that. Okay, that's a not very threatening line. And now I think I might just go for the trophy now, actually. Although I guess it only if they draw exactly fetch land, then we get sort of punished. Okay, there's Niv Mizzet, so we have lots of gas. Yeah, I'll give them a chance to counter it. If they counter our Assassin's Trophy, that's actually not even that bad. So they attack. They have 5 cards in hand. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a little bit annoying. They drew like the one thing that I said that would have punished us, but it's not that bad still. They reveal this. They get to draw Oracle, but that's fine. We can still just trophy this end of turn. Channel. Okay. That's good to know about. So I am... Oh, wait, no. If we had enough red mana, we could go Glorybringer, kill both of your things, but I don't want to risk not drawing a red source, so we'll just kill the Nissen now. They have a lot of mana, so they're likely to have. I guess they could just have Channel for Blightsteel, which wouldn't be that bad. But if they have Eldrazi, that's a bit of an issue. Okay, Gilded Goose on top is not very scary. Yorion is interesting. Part of me wants to just play the Niv Mizzet. Verdant. Can that get another red source? Yeah, that can get Blood Crypt. Okay, I'll go for the Glorybringer then. I think that's probably worth it. I think we have the Ulamog in our deck, right? Yeah, okay. I'm happy about that because this sort of deck that's drawing a lot of cards and has a lot of interactive spells can run into issues with closing out the game sometimes. Well, there's the channel, so we'll see what they have. I mean, if they have Emrakul, they just kill us. That's also a little bit annoying because they shuffled that away and then drew it anyways. Blightsteel dies to Teferi. Pretty much anything other than Ulamog. Like, I guess, yeah, Ulamog would be a little bit annoying. And Emrakul would be very... Well, I mean, Emrakul would just win. Okay, Terrastodon is not that bad. We'll see what they do. They probably blow up Teferi, one of their forests, and one of my lands, but they can't really cut me off of any colors very effectively. We have 2 white, 2 red. Okay, they're just going for a couple of their lands, sure. So Niv Mizzet can kill their... Nahiri can kill their Terrastodon. So I think I'm just going to play Huntmaster of the Fells here. Oh, they're playing another thing. Interesting. I'm pretty sure they're still holding an island, so they only have 1 unknown. Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, actually. We actually can't really block that with anything. Although I guess it's not that effective of a card against us here. This is protection for black and green, so we can still kill this with Nahiri. That's good. Let's see what we draw. Probably land, since that's like most of our deck at this point. Fire Ice. That's really good, actually. That's very good. So we can go play Huntmaster and then pass and then ice their Terrastodon. So we want to make sure we leave blue mana up. And now they won't get to use their sword. Yeah, this seems very good. So, ice, tap this. Now, they don't really have attacks. Okay, they do go for the attack. So this is great. We can clear the board. I'm a little bit sad to lose the Huntmaster, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to block like this. And then we can Nahiri to exile this. And then if they have no more creatures, or if their only other creature dies to Glorybringer, then they can't really do anything with a sword. Okay, Llanowar Elves is not a problem. We can Glorybringer that down. So we go land, white, red, whatever. I guess we actually can just animate. It's pretty much free to animate the Hissing Quagmire here. And their life total is actually really low. I did not realize how they got so low. So white, red, whatever. Then exile this. Animate this. Hit them down to 1. All right, I don't really see a way they can get out from this one now. They only have 2 cards. All right, sweet. So we're playing against mostly mono green. They're splashing for Tinker, Miscalc, maybe some other stuff. They do have Library. I think I want to bring in the Day of Judgment and the Oath of Druids. Although I'm not sure what to cut. Maybe it's probably Soulfire. I think that's just like not really what this game is about in this matchup. And then what else? Oh, I also kind of want the Bone Shredder. I think I'm actually going to cut Worm Coil. They can just go over the top of this card, although it is good. It actually is very good. Man, I'll cut the Recruiter of the Guard. That's just a little bit too low impact. And then I do want to bring in a Plains now, so I'm going to cut one of these Swamps for 1 Plains since we are bringing in the Wrath. And then we will run it like that. Okay, this hand is great. We have access to turn 3 Wrath. We don't have blue mana, but Golos can get us blue. So we can go turn 3 Wrath, turn 4 Golos, turn 5 activate Golos, and potentially hit Ulamog. Okay, they do have a library, which is a little bit annoying. But if they can't interact with the Golos, that can really mess them up. Ooh, I like that. Can't play that on turn 1, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. Next turn we can just drop Ren. Hopefully they play like a 1-drop dude that Ren and 6 can just pick off. Beautiful. Lightning Helix, that's also a good draw. Die, Pilgrim. They do have this library going. I would think we were in like a insurmountable position if they didn't have the library. With the library, it's close, but I think given that we have the Golos in hand, we're probably slightly favored. Fetch land. Okay, that's a good draw. So we go Mox Pearl, Blood Crypt, Huntmaster. And I'll just plus this. Oko. Okay, that's not that bad. We can kill that. Although, we can't play Golos and kill that. I think I'm just going to do this. We can just go Plains and then just flip Oko in their upkeep to kill this and just not play a spell. And we can Lightning Helix to kill the Oko if they somehow have a way to interact with this plan, but I don't think they will. They're playing blue-green. And now really, okay, they draw their card, sure. The main way they get back into this is by double spelling. But if they double spell, then we can just flip our Huntmaster back and just like start really accumulating value that way. It is a bummer we don't have a fetch land. If we had a fetch land like this game, we would be going off with this Ren and 6. So we'll see what they have. Could be an Oracle. Tinker. Okay, that's actually bad. So they get the Blight Seal. I mean, we're not dead. We can chump block for a turn. I don't think playing the Helix here does anything, so we just need to Golos into something good. Okay, that was a nice draw. So I'll grab Chandra, cast the Golos. Then we can grab Wasteland. Because we already have all our colors. Yeah, Wasteland is fine. And then we will return our Flooded Strand and pass the turn. And then this turn we chump with a wolf. We go to 9 poison. And then we play where we activate Golos. And we get to look at 3 cards. And we're digging towards Angrath's Rampage or Nahiri. I think those are our only outs. Oh, Teferi would do it too. Ulamog would do it too. So we actually have reasonable odds. Although they could go Plan Equip Sword, which would mean the only thing we can block with is Golos. In which case, then we only have 1 look instead of 4 looks. Okay, so we just go to attacks, block here. Okay, that works. So they didn't have if they had like Beast Within, they could kill our wolf at instant speed and we would just die to the trample damage. Oracle of Moldai. Okay, don't really care about that. I mean, they get their value, sure, but we really just care about the Blightsteel here. Okay, sweet. That is awesome. So we can go cast a fairy. Playing around Miscalc, which we know they have. Oh, are you serious? No! That sucks. Oh, that's so bad. So I wanted to double Wasteland them there, but now we just lose. That's unfortunate. Okay. So lesson learned, they're playing Mana Leak. We should be aware of that. This should be a really good matchup, though. I think we'll be able to beat them in game 3. But that's obviously unfortunate. So now that we know they have Mana Leak, we should have just played this. And honestly, that might have been better either way. Because then we could Wasteland them plus play the Helix. Yeah, that probably would have been better. But live and learn, they're playing Mana Leak. So good to know about that. Do we want to make any other changes? I don't think so. Let's see. Does Recruiter save us from Blightsteel in any way? No, we don't have any creatures that do that. So we'll just submit like this. Man, that's such a bummer. We would have been in a very, very good position there otherwise. So I'll keep this. If they have a library, it's going to be very bad. But if they don't have a library, then we're in great shape. We can grab green-white with the Foothills. Opponent's on a mulligan to 6, which does mean library is still alive if they have it on turn 1. Please just have a mana guy on turn 1. Anything but library. Anything but library. Okay, good. Although they could still get to library now, but we'll deal with that as it comes up. So grab Temple Garden. Tapped, untap. Well, drawing another mountain wasn't ideal, but it's not terrible. It does mean we can... I mean, actually, yeah, no, it was mostly just pretty bad. So if they play like a Lotus Cobra or something, I'll just Helix at end of turn. No play. Okay. Fine with me. Drawing Ulamog was not what we wanted to see. If they play Oko, that's fine. We can just go Helix it, untap a Johnny Vengeance to Helix it again. Nissa. Okay, that's fine. Although it's close if we want to Helix that or Johnny. I think I will Helix it because then we can keep their Botanical Sanctum tap down. And also, Ajani can build up towards ultimate potentially, and that would certainly win the game. Nahiri, that's also interesting. I think I would rather get the Ajani down first, though. Shutting them off of mana, especially blue mana, is pretty nice, I think. Lenore Elves. Okay, do we want to just Ajani Vengeance to kill that? I think I am going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that. This gives them blue mana for a turn, but I don't think that's too bad. Now we can play Mox Pearl. Actually, yeah, the Wasteland's going to be great here. Play this. Pitch the Ulamog. Then play the Wasteland and blow up their land. We don't have black mana for the trophy yet, but we can just discard the trophy. I think we will discard the trophy. If we're trying to pressure their mana, then giving them a land is really not very appealing. Okay, so I will plus this and discard Assassin's Trophy. Ren and 6 was a great draw. That's so good. So I'll rebuy the Wasteland and then just play the Stirring Wildwood. And now next turn we can just ultimate Nahiri and go grab Niv Mizzet if we want to. We could also grab Golos if we wanted to. Or we could just go like plus one more time and try and keep the Nahiri around. Which I kind of think I want to do, especially with Ren and 6 putting in some good work. Okay, that's not that bad. We can kill that. So they create food. Okay, I actually think now I will just go get Niv Mizzet to kill this. Although we could just kill it with a Helix and a Stirring Wildwood activation. I think it's better just to go for the Nahiri. So grab Niv Mizzet. We'll see what we hit. Hopefully we get at least 2 cards. Oh, they just concede. All right, fair enough, fair enough. So pretty sweet so far. I'm still a little bit mad about unnecessarily getting that Teferi mana leaked in game 2, but it is what it is. We learned our lesson, and we took down the match. So I'll see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2 against Merlin as me. Cool name. We are on the draw with no castable spells, but I'm going to keep it because I'm a mad lad. And I do think it's good. If we draw 1 red source, then we have an amazing curve of cheap interactive spells. Wasteland can put in a lot of work some games, and then we have our other 4 colors. So if we draw anything other than more red spells, we can cast them. Okay, not really what I wanted to see there, but it is what it is. So it looks like they have Mana Tithe. Yeah, definitely have Mana Tithe. For better or for worse, our hand does nothing, so Mana Tithe is not very effective. Hopefully they just go level up Student twice. Okay, nice. If we draw a red source, we can just go off. Like, Angrat's Rampage. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's really not that scary, though. Although, again, we need to draw a red source. If we keep on not drawing red sources for too long, then we'll be in bad shape, but that's not very scary. This is the most obvious Mana Tithe ever, which, I'm not saying it's the wrong play. It might be the right play, but knowing about it does make it a lot easier to play around, especially when they're not really pressuring us. It's turn 3 and they've hit us for 1. All right, come on, deck. Give us the red source. Well, this is actually sort of funny. We can just play Mox Pearl and then just hold up animating hissing quagmire, and they might not notice that and attack with their benevolent bodyguard. Okay, so that they're finally up to 3-3 now. Nice. I mean, they might have a swords to plowshares, but that's fine. We don't really need a hissing quagmire. We have green and black mana already. And if we can just kill this for free and then clear up the board, that would be really, really good, because now we can Angrath's Rampage to kill the Student of Warfare, or just Nahiri minus on it. Wow, that went really well. Oh, and now we draw the red source and we can play around Tide. Yeah, that is probably going to end the game. So we can grab... Do we want to... I don't think we care about shocking. I'm just going to grab a mountain here. Play Nahiri. All right. Exile that student, and now we are really off to the races here. Hard to see a way they can get back from this, I think. I mean, we'll see, but Angrath's Rampage and Kolaghan's Command are so good in this situation. Banishing Light. Okay, I mean, that deals with a Nahiri, but I still think we're in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, Angrath's Rampage cannot hit enchantments. In fact, our only answer to that is Nahiri. I'm just going to play... We could animate the Quagmire and attack, but I think I would rather hold up Kolaghan's Command. Honor of the Pure, okay. All right, no play. Well, we're flooding pretty hard here, honestly. Do we want to just animate now? I think I do. This one hits harder, so it's like more of a valuable attack. And we can also still hold up Kolaghan's Command. Although, actually, we can't really hold up Kolaghan's Command because we know that they have Mana Tithe. Caracas. Okay, we can Wasteland that. Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay, so we can just go Kolaghan's Command, destroy that. They discard. But we're not going to do that now because we know they have the Tithe. We don't have any blue mana in play. I'm going to leave the basic in the deck. We have limited things that fetch basics. Ooh. Well, can we do everything? Teferi effectively costs 3. So we can do everything. Play Tundra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, we can also tuck the Banishing Light next turn. And untap our Kolaghan's Command mana sources. All right. Target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. Boom, boom, boom. We'll see if my prediction was right. I'll be so shocked if it wasn't. Yep. All right. There it is. Yorion. Interesting. Well, we can tuck this. Wow, this is actually going to be so good. We can tuck this. Your Nahiri to minus to kill this, and then use Yorion to reset both of our Planeswalkers. And then I guess I'll just... I don't think it... I mean, if they Caracas or Yorion, I'm totally fine with that. So I'm just going to attack them for 3. Condemn, sure. That's I don't think that's gonna get there. So we get our 2 Planeswalkers back. We're still at 18. Yeah, there's feeling pretty good here. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're getting close. So I think we just tuck the Mentor Plus this, discarding Glorybringer, actually, as funny as that is. Like, Glorybringer's great, but I want to draw lands. Then we can go... I mean, we could wasteland this, but I don't think that really does anything. Yeah, and I want to be able to hit land drops, so I'll just play land. And I'm just going to double animate and hit for 5. There's not really a wrong... Oh, wait. I forgot we couldn't do that. Well, whatever. We'll just play Yorion then. That's also good. Hit you for 2. And play Yorion to reset Teferi. And I mean, I'll just bounce it again, but it just puts 3 loyalty back onto Teferi. And I guess untaps 1 land so we can Mana Tide them. And then next turn, we just hardcast Ulamog and hit their Karakas so they can't bounce this. All right, sweet. So playing against mono white. They had a pretty anemic draw there, but this could be a rough matchup in general. I definitely do want this. I think I want Bone Shredder as well. And I also want Oath of Druids. And I think I'll cut the Recruiter. It's just a little bit slow. Also, it's a bad hit off of Oath. Wormcoil seems good. Glorybringer seems good. I like the Planeswalkers. I like the creatures that play to the board. Maybe I just cut Soulfire, although it is just a 2/2 lifelinker for 2, which is nice interaction. I think I'm going to cut 1... Oh, wait, we already did Olamog. That goes a little bit too high. So I'll bring in 1 Plains, because I do want to be able to cast this Day of Judgment. And then we need to make 1 more cut. Maybe it actually is Oath. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Oath. If we're cutting Ulamog, it's less good. I mean, like, it's good still. But they can play around it to some extent. And, yeah, we have 9 creatures. Like, we have a relatively high creature count. We could bring in Grim Lavamancer, which actually maybe I should have done. Hard to say. I mean, all the cards that we have are really good. Like, basically our whole deck is, like, versatile removal spells with upside, sticky sticky creatures, and then planeswalkers that can take over the game. So, our deck is well set up for sure. I guess Karakas is good against us. It deals with Yorion, Niv-Mizzet, and Golos. So we actually don't have that many ways to deal 20 damage that aren't legendary creatures. But I think it's still fine. And we can't always wasteland the Karakas. Okay, I'll keep this. This hand is great. Assassin's Trophy isn't really the card you want in your opener, but we can play turn 2 Kolaghan's Command, and we also have Wasteland to deal with Karakas. Day of Judgment is interesting. So I'll play that and this. I think they have Mana Tithe again, but so I might not. If they just play like a 2-drop and leaving up 1 Plains, I probably won't just jam the Kolaghan's Command. But if they play a 3-drop, I will want to. Banishing like the Mox. Okay, that is definitely fine. We have plenty of mana. So this grabs, I think just Blood Crypt. Yeah, Blood Crypt. All right. Didn't really want to draw Plains, although it does give us access to Day of Judgment. So if we're going to draw land, it's not a bad one. 4 mana, Gideon. Okay, that I'm just going to Assassin's Trophy. I don't love giving them the land, but I don't think it really matters. Oh, what? Whoa. Was not expecting that. I'm pretty happy to see that. Jeez. All right, deck. Come on. Chill with these lands. Play Swamp and Pass. Felidar Retreat. Well, that will give them one thing, but then we can Assassin's Trophy it. I'm very happy, though, that they just ultimated their Gideon last turn, because now we can... Like, we only had one threat that can deal with these sort of weird... we only had one answer that could deal with these sorts of sticky threats, so I'm glad that we get to use it on their one thing. Jeez. Okay, I mean, we're in a really good position, but this is how we lose. By just drawing mono lands. We're playing 18 lands and also a mock, so we're playing 19 mana sources. We have seen 8, 9, 10 of them. So we've seen over half of them and only 3 spells, which is a little ridiculous. But luckily our opponent isn't doing anything, so we're still okay. Okay, that's fine. We can... If they equip that... So right now they have mana to play Lapse of Certainty, but if they equip it, then they no longer do. Okay, so we go... Polar Gun's command, target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. They probably have another Plains in hand. They also might just discard the Tithe. Oh, Caracas, interesting. Okay, so we're taking 3, but that's not that bad. They only have 1 card. They're flooded too, actually. I can't really complain about flooding because I'm sure we're playing more lands than them, and they also have a ton of lands. Okay, the ready's a good draw. So we can just make a 1/1 to chump block. And then even if they deal with this 1/1, we can... they can't kill our Duretti. Alright, chump block here. If we ultimate the Duretti, we could make 3 Sword of Fire and Ices, which would be pretty sweet. Looks like they do have another creature. Hopefully it just dies smoothly to the Day of Judgment. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Time Walk. I think it is worth it to just play that here. It gets us towards Duretti Ultimate faster. Oh, wait, we actually don't have the mana for that, so never mind. We will not be doing that this turn. But now it's going to be really hard for them to get back into this because pretty much anything they could draw will just die to Duretti. I guess they could have another Planeswalker. But I still think it's going to be very hard for them to get back into this. So if I... Okay, sure. We need 8 mana to do the combo. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sure. Do we have the right colors? Yes, we do. Soulfire Grandmaster. Activate ability. Time Walk. If they have Mana Tithe, props. All right. Hopefully they don't make us click through it, although it wouldn't take very long because we could just make a bunch of swords. Man, I'm having a laggy day today. So we'll do this, cast our Time Walk, get it back, and then I'm just going to make the swords. Pretty sweet that Lightning Helix has lifelink, so it deals 6 damage. So make a bunch of swords. Oh, wait, they could have a Condemn, actually. Yeah, I'm actually not going to attack here. I feel a little bit cowardly for that, but there's no need to do that. Huntmaster of the Fells. All right, that we can attack with. It's sort of weird that our opponent is making us still click through this, but I mean, I guess it's fair. We can just keep on taking turns until we draw enough lands, though. If we draw 2 more lands, then we can play Huntmaster and also do the Time Walk thing. Okay, we're getting close. Oh, whoops. So 1 more land and we can play Huntmaster, and then we'll just win with that. Well, I should have specified when I said 1 more land. So we'll do this again. I feel a little bit bad for the opponent. I'm not just trying to like rub it in and just flex on them. Like, I actually am just playing around a card that we've seen in their deck that could actually get them back into it. But it does feel a little bit just like, I don't know. That's awesome. That's, yeah, all right. I like this opponent a lot. That's really cool. And then they go condemn. All right, boom. So many Sword of Fire and Ices. That is something to behold. That is just sweet. I'm actually going to screenshot that quickly. Okay, and then attack one more time. Really a cool opponent. I like this person a lot. Sorry that I had I lagged a little bit and then just like had to do a bunch of time walk things for a while. So, but yeah, cool opponent. You're awesome, Merlin is me. If you follow me on YouTube ever, please let me know. You're a good opponent, and we are on to the finals. See you there. All right, here we are for the finals against K-Master. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but we have a good hand. We have a Mox. Our mana situation is bad, but we have a Mox, and we like if we draw a black source, we have Kolaghan's Command. If we have green source, we have Huntmaster. We can play Fire Ice either way. So I hope we're playing against a small creature deck, but this seems okay. Okay, Agadeem's Awakening. Let's draw lands. Oh man, I should have specified. Oh wait, okay. Trilogy of Errors there. Really should have just wastelanded them. We'll see if it matters. Inquisition. Okay, that's fine. They can take our Mox Pearl. I don't really care about that. Actually, it's not even clear that we should wasteland them. I might not, because I'm light on lands, and we have a very mana-hungry deck. Island. Okay, that's great. I'm just going to tap down their blue source in their upkeep now. Okay, Temple Garden's a good draw. We still don't have black, but that does give us mana for Huntmaster. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna jam that. I hope this resolves. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but it would be really, really powerful if this did. Oh, nice. Okay, so we plus, but the next turn we can wasteland and rebuy the wasteland. Okay, guess we cannot do that. Razorverge Thicket was not the best draw. I think I'm just going to play the Wasteland so we can get another land and play tapped next turn. And then we get this down. They only have 3 cards in hand. Gaunty. Okay. I think we're just going to flip our Huntmaster here. Yeah, we can just Wasteland this, play Razorverge Thicket. Although, I don't even think we want to Wasteland this, actually. I think I'd rather just keep it in place so we can get Worm Coil down. Assassin's Trophy. Well, we still don't have black mana, but that's fine. You know, I think actually I am going to waste on this. Like, yes, I do want to play the Worm Coil engine, but I think both players being lower on resources when I have a Huntmaster that can flip back and forth is worth it. No play. Okay. And we draw another black spell. That's not really what I wanted to see. I think I'm just going to pass. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Don't want to trade the Ravager with the Gonti, and I mean, attacking with the Wolf obviously does not do anything. What do they have here? Click. Okay. Don't really care what they take here. I guess Kolaghan's Command is the best card. But if they take anything, then they're drawing us towards lands. And we have 3 cards that require black mana. So if we draw any land, we can play Worm Coil. And if we draw a black land, we can play the other 2 of these. So they probably just take nothing. Yep, they take nothing. So we're on a bit of a clock here. They can start hitting us for 3, but that's still pretty slow. They do have 5 mana. So they could have like Force of Will or something. Interesting. They could have a Shinobi. No, actually, I think I actually am going to just block here. Taking 5 a turn isn't really a good holding pattern, and we can bring this back with Kolaghan's Command. Okay, they didn't have the Shinobi. That's very good. 5 mana. Oh no, what is this? Yorion to blink the click. Okay. That's pretty bad. I mean, we can Assassin's Trophy it, but that's just a lot of power in the air. We really, really need to draw lands. So they know what our hand is, so they're just going to click themselves. Come on, deck. Give us the red land. Or the black land. Johnny Vengeance. Well, I guess I'll just play that and minus on the click. We could also just save it and then plus. Oh, this is our Yorion. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I think I'm just going to... They can kill our Johnny Vengeance. I need to do something here. I guess we could have attacked. Actually, yeah, that might have been the best play. But I still think, like, we're in good shape. We just need to draw... Oh, they had Ancestral. Okay, well, we're no longer in good shape. So they kill our Johnny. Now we could draw, like, a Nahiri, Teferi, Time Walk, Black Land, any land. Most of our deck is good draws at this point. But the fact that they just played Ancestral is quite bad. Okay, well, we can just play our... Worm Coil. There's no way they don't have a counter, though, right? I just hope it's not a Cryptic. Okay. Yeah, we're probably just dead now. It's frustrating that we haven't drawn any black sources because black is our... Like, we're playing 2 basic swamps. We have a lot of black mana. Reanimate our Worm Coil engine. Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, and now Glen. Okay, the Glen is the nail in the coffin there. So they're like blue-black control. Okay, yeah, they got us. So do we want to make any changes? I think, again, this should be a pretty good matchup. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. And how many black sources are we playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that is pretty light. Do we want to make any changes? No, I'm just going to run it back, I think. That was a frustrating game to lose, but it is... Oh, well, definitely shipping this. This is a lot of expensive stuff and only 2 lands. Okay, this is fine, although still pretty bad. We can put Ulamog to the bottom, which we actually want to be in our deck because we want to shuffle it in with... we want to be able to hit it off of the Golos. And I'm going to play the Mox on turn 1 this game because we know they have Inquisition, and Inquisition will whiff if we do that. And then if we draw a red source, we can play Huntmaster. And if we draw any land, we can play turn 4 Golos, which can get us whatever colors we need. Classic to have 3 swamps now after having 3 black cards and no swamps last game. Opponent kept 7, which is a little unfortunate. Inquisition me. Oh. Well, we can Assassin's Trophy, but that was probably among the worst draws in our deck because it's really not good early game, and I need lands. Okay, Jace. If we can get Huntmaster down, that'd be so good here. Oh, all right. Because Huntmaster can kill Jace very well. Ooh, Mind Twist for 2 would be bad. Midnight Reaper is not very bad. I think playing Huntmaster is better than playing Golos here. Although we can use Golos next turn. Actually, that's probably better. Yeah, I'll do that. So we have red, white, black, green, so we're just missing blue. We could grab a fetch land. Yeah, probably worth it to just grab a fetch land and then fetch a Tundra. Because that turns red and 6 on. Wait, I just want to make, so with this white, red, black, green, and then blue. Yeah, so we're good to go. We will use Golos' ability, and we will grab, there's also manlands. We could just get a manland, but no, we don't have any blue manlands. So, Flooded Strand it is. And now they have to kill our Golos, or else they're in really bad shape. Discarding Grave Titan. Are they just going to reanimate the Grave Titan? If they reanimate Grave Titan, that's fine. Okay, they do have the Assassin's Trophy, or the Hero's Downfall. Oh, reanimate our Golos. Okay. Yeah, we're really, really behind actually now. That's a bummer. I got 2 trophies in a row, and I was really, I was really thinking we could go for number 3, but it's looking a little unlikely right now. Take 3. Draw a useless land. Green, red, whatever, Huntmaster. But now they can just flip this Jace and kill. Okay, I think we need to kill the. It's really, really bad to kill this because they draw a card and get a land. But I don't want them to flash back the Hero's Downfall. Now, it's pretty hard to imagine a way we win, but if they somehow are just really flooded and have only lands, then we can flip our Huntmaster to kill their Midnight Reaper and be in okay shape. Okay, if they attack here, I'll just block with a Wolf. Could have Shinobi, of course. Okay, they don't. That's good. They're at 10, I guess. Inquisition is not very good. Yeah, we might be able to just cheese them out with, like, random attacks. 4 mana Glen. Okay, yeah, we can beat this, actually. Time Walk. Okay, I think I am going to cast that. So we play Time Walk. They Glen to counter it. Then we animate Needle Spires and attack with everything. So they're at 4 now. We can flip the Huntmaster to put them to 2. Blue-black doesn't really have access to much life gain, so we might be able to win despite the fact that they are destroying us on resource quantity. We take 4. Woe Strider. Okay, so we're just going to try and flip Huntmaster twice. I don't even think I want to attack. I would rather leave these guys back to block. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot about the Shelldock. Okay, yeah. I think that means we're going to lose. So we played that. I mean, we could draw a burn spell, and they could not have a counter spell. But they have... Oh, no, they do have the Glen. Yeah, I don't think we can get out of this. The Shelldock really was key there. Okay, if they attack with just that, I'm just going to trade off here if I can. Seven mana. What could this be? Shieldred? Oh, man. Okay, well, we have one out. We just need to animate this in response. We sack this. And then top deck Helix. Or Kolaghan's Command. They're ready. Okay. So I'll play land and pass, and then we flip this to kill the Glen. Oh, wait, no, the Shielder just kills us, though. Yeah, oh, that sucks. We die exactly. All right. So really, really close. I think we were right on the edge there. Game 2 in the finals, they just dominated us. Really, like they just had a better deck and better draw. In game 1, that was really rough. If we had one Black Source, I think we win that game pretty easily. But props to the opponent; they had a good deck, and so we are denied the Niv Mizzet trophy, which sucks because it's always cool to be able to do that. But this deck was really good actually. Golos and Niv Mizzet are both very, very powerful payoffs for being 5-color. And then we had a bunch of really good cheap interaction. The mana base was good. It wasn't great. If it had a few too many just like random lands like Razorverse Thicket and not enough fetches. So that was a little bit of a problem. And then it was a little bit soft to counter Magic because we were basically playing at sorcery speed with a bunch of expensive cards, but still a really cool deck. A lot of fun to play, a lot of interesting decisions, a lot of interesting mana decisions as well. So even though I didn't get the trophy there, I can't complain. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.